Hey, what's up, guys? It's Russo, and today is March 20th, Thursday. We have a 5-game NBA slate, and I'm excited to get back into it. I took yesterday off. I ended up just kind of needing a family day. Me, my wife, my daughter hung out, got some stuff done around the house, and today I'm excited to get into this slate. We have a nice 5-game slate, which I kind of prefer the 6 and lower. I've kind of just feel like they put more plays out on smaller slates per player. So I'm liking what I'm seeing here. To start us off, going to be going with Brook Lopez. I kind of waited around for his fantasy score to pop up. The PRA still looks good to me, but I want this full fantasy score against LA. And then we're going to go, so we're getting that at 26.5. Going to go Lamelo Ball over 35.5 PRA. Feeling good about this matchup against New York. And then Coby White, I love this 7.5 rebounds and assists. He's been killing it lately, and this matchup against Sacramento is great. Mikal Bridges, he's been hot. Big fan of this dude. Great defender as well, but we're taking his PRA at 24.5. And then on Underdog, it's just a little bit different. We're getting all of Mikal, Coby White, Lamelo Ball, but Brook Lopez going with 18.5 PRA. Lamelo Ball, they actually just added the PRA there. They weren't giving us the rebounds. I think that they were just, they're just giving us assists, points, assists together, and then a bunch of like partial game props, but they just added the PRA. So I'm taking this over 35.5. So yeah, if you guys haven't signed up for Underdog yet and you're interested in checking it out, it's a really cool platform. They've made so many upgrades over the last year. I liked it before, but now they're getting really competitive with higher multipliers than Prizepicks. And I love that all of these platforms are letting you kind of go crazy with the multipliers. If you want to make like a YOLO slip and try to get hit like 200x, it's pretty awesome, or higher. So yeah, if you want to check out Underdog, use my code JRUSSO, and they're going to give you up to $1,000 in bonus cash plus a free pick to help you cash your first slip. All that information is down below if you guys are looking to check it out. All right, so let's get into Brook Lopez here. So yeah, the head-to-head, if we're looking at just the PRA, this is actually an expected value play on Underdog. He had a solid game last time they matched up, considering where this line is at, just 18.5. He exceeded in just about everything. I mean, the rebounds at 4, that's not anything too crazy, but the assists at 5, pretty impressive compared to his normal outings. But he went for 23 points as well, so 32 PRA total. This isn't going to be all that we're basing this off of. We know that Brook has been hot since Bobby Portis has been out too. It's been just kind of like this sort of rhythm that he fell into, and he's kind of been pretty consistent other than a couple of games here and there where he hasn't been popping off. But in this last game, he played 30 minutes. And he was 89% from the field. We know that we can't expect that. It's probably not going to happen again that he goes 8 of 9. But we don't need him to go that high. We need him to just do a little bit of everything he did last time, even with a little bit of room for regression. And we should be able to clear this 18.5. What I really am excited for, though, is this fantasy score on Prizepicks, because the blocks and steals are worth a lot. 3 points per block, 3 points per steal. And he had 4 blocks and a steal in that last game. It was a beautiful matchup for him. So that right there is 15 fantasy points. I'm not, again, expecting him to do that same thing. There's room for regression here, and it still be profitable for us. So let's take a look here. Let me go to the fantasy score in particular. Oh, they don't have it updated yet. Let me refresh this real fast, see if they've got that fantasy score up there now that it's on Prizepicks. All right, you gonna give it to us? Yeah, we got it now. Okay. So yeah, he went for 50 fantasy score in that game. Obviously, it really stacks up when you're getting that kind of activity on defense. But so yeah, he's missed this in 3 games straight, but you can see it sort of trending up. He was getting really hot with that last game from LA or in LA, and then he sort of dipped back down against Indiana, which is a much faster paced team. So bigs like him, he's a great center, but it's kind of difficult in really fast paced situations. But you see him sort of cleaning things up, trending in the right direction. Up to that last game with Golden State. Over the last 5 games, he's still averaging his 33 minutes, just 1.8 fouls, and keeping it clean, all things considered, for someone who's such a solid defender. Shooting 72% from the field on 8.6 attempts, so maybe he will repeat that last game where he went 89%. He was 82% in the game before that, and then most recently he shot 70%. 50% from beyond the arc on 3.2 attempts. He had 4 attempts in that game against LA, cashed 3 of them. And then most recently against Golden State, he put up 4 threes as well and knocked them both down. So very solid from beyond the arc. Not getting to the free throw line that often, but still 91%. When he gets there, he puts down the free throws. Let's look at the matchup specifically for him. For points, rebounds, and assists. So overall, 9th in points allowed, 9th in rebounds allowed, 21st in assists allowed, but it really softens up at the center position. 11th in points allowed, 21st in rebounds allowed, 16th in assists allowed. So feeling good about it. Not that it really cuts into his playing time much, but Jericho Sims looks like he's still going to be out. We'll see if... Now he underwent surgery, so that's, that might be a little bit of boost. I don't think he was really cutting into Brook's minutes anyways, but let's take a look at daily grind. They don't cover the fantasy score all the time. It's kind of finicky with that, but let's take a look and see what they're feeling for Brook here. They like his points rebounds at 16.5, 52.47% odds to hit the over -130. They like his points assists over 13. The points assists over 13 is their favorite over for him. They also like his points over. The PRA they like over, just not as much, because we're probably getting like a 0.5 bump for putting it all together, but it's still a 50.52% odds to hit the over, -119. And then let's see, everyone's kind of leaving it right around 18.5, and the juice is all to go over for the most part. Some 50-50 shots. They also like his rebounds alone over 5. Do we have the blocks and steals? I'm curious what their take is on that. Not seeing the blocks and steals on here, unfortunately. Well, we'll keep it rolling here. All right, so Lamelo Ball. Let's take a look. I was looking at his assists alone too, because he really had a great outing last time he played them, even though it was from last season. Did this get bumped already? 36.5. May have gotten bumped. I'll talk to you guys about pivots. So the 36.5, he's only done once. So this, obviously, it's sort of been unders season, and I'm late to the party on throwing some unders in. Feels like for the last week to 10 days, unders have been hitting. It's so weird to me how the whole league, everyone will just start underperforming. It's not like these lines are super inflated, and because that would be popping off on our radar as well. These are the type of lines we've seen for the last couple of months, but guys have just been hitting their unders lately. But he did just pop off for 45 PRA against the Spurs. I do expect him to have a good outing in this. Didn't get it done. Tough matchup against the Clippers, but that also turned into a blowout, 123-88. How many minutes did he have in that game? He still had his 30 minutes. The field goal attempts, he had 18. He's a much better shooter than he's been shooting lately. 34% from the field. Any day now, he's going to be able to bounce back. Let's look at the matchup specifically. So 17th in points allowed, 4th in rebounds allowed, 9th in assists allowed in this matchup against New York. If we look at the head-to-head, though, he's gone for 45 and 48. Once again, this is from last season, but I still love the history of this play. He was doing that in about 34 minutes on average, shooting 21 attempts, 60% from the field. 57% from beyond the arc. He just needs to get hot tonight, and he will absolutely dominate this. 10.5 rebound chances, 12 potential assists. One of the best guards in the league, in my opinion, by far. So yeah, I know that he hasn't been hitting lately, but go with your gut. If you want to take the under, take the under. I'm going to just be rolling with the over. Let's see. But they did bump it to 36.5, so I'll have to see what Daily Grind likes for pivots. Okay, well, Daily Grind's showing that Prizepicks is still at 35.5, so maybe Prizepicks hasn't adjusted yet. We do see some 36.5s across other platforms, so maybe it's just starting to move, but Underdog and Prizepicks are showing 35.5 still, and they like it to go over. 52.83% odds to hit the over, -131. They love his three-pointers over 3.5. 53.35% odds to hit the over, -133. So yeah, man. that is kind of tempting because let's see. Let's look at his attempts in those head-to-heads. And let's just look at the 3-pointers made in the head-to-heads. Okay, so he had 4 in his first matchup against them and 8 threes in the second matchup. Man, I'm so ready for Lamelo to just get hot again and stay there, be consistent, because this dude is too much fun when he's on a heater. So yeah, as far as attempts go, yeah, he had 8 attempts in the first matchup, 13 in the second matchup, shot 50% and 62%. And then lately, the attempts are still there. 10.4 attempts. He has 2 different samples of really good success shooting against the Knicks here. And I think he tends to show out in tougher matchups. So I feel good about Lamelo. So I'm going to be rolling the over. So yeah, they like his 3-pointers. They like his PRA. They like his rebounds and assists. They like his points, rebounds. They like just about everything. And these are not like barely 50-50 shots. These are up in the 52-53% marks for odds to hit. They like his assists over 7. They have that at a 50.59% odds to hit the over, -120. And the only thing they're not feeling is the points assists at 31.5. They don't consider that a good value. So yeah, go with your gut. Let me know what you end up taking. All right, so man, I'm super excited about this Coby White rebounds and assists. So let's start with the head-to-head matchup. So again, these are both from last season too. But we know that whenever you're playing Sacramento, there's a lot of possessions. There's a lot of opportunities for rebounds. There's just a lot of rebounds to be had when you're matching up against Sacramento. He went for 10 rebounds and assists in his first matchup, 12 in his second, 6 rebounds, 5 rebounds, then 4 assists, 7 assists. Let's see how he's been lately. Man, he's went for 11 RA in 4 out of his last 5 games. And then the one he missed against Utah, 1 more rebound or assist would have cashed it. Let's see if the minutes have all still been solid there. But we know that Utah is deceiving. Like I don't really know how else to explain Utah, because they're absolutely like going to be in the lottery. They're like the worst record in the league, if I'm not mistaken. And then you've got guys like Kessler and Markkanen and stuff, and like John Collins when he's healthy, who can just rebound a ton. So they're actually pretty tough to rebound against. You can kind of see that in this matchup. But still, 1 more rebound or assist would have cashed that, made this 5 straight for us. Let's see. So this is Outlier's note about this 5-game streak. He's averaging 10.2 RA. 80% hit rate last 5 games, averaging 10.2, and then the head-to-head, he crushed both head-to-head. So 7.5 is just a line that I'm really excited about. We know the minutes are there, and let's see what Daily Grind thinks here. Let's see if okay. They like his points over 22.5. They've got that pretty juiced. 52.36% odds hit the over, -129. They're not feeling his assists. They're not even showing the rebounds and assists. Let me refresh. Okay, well, Daily Grind is not picking it up, but they're not feeling the full PRA at 31.5, but they like the points over. They like his first quarter points over 5. They like his points rebounds over 26.5, 50.99% odds hit the over, -123. And then the assists, they're feeling slightly favoring the under, even at 4. Well, we've got some 4, like a bunch of platforms are bumping this up to 4.5. We got some 3.5s, and then you're right at 4. I would not feel comfortable taking this under personally. I like having the rebounds and assists attached. So go with your gut. Let me know what you end up taking. Let's wrap it up here with Mikal Bridges. I believe that's the last play. So yeah, he's kind of been on a heater. Jalen Brunson out. He's done this in 5 straight games. Let's start with a note from Outlier. I think it's more than 5. Maybe it is just 5 straight games. Yeah. So 5 of his last 6 too. Versus bottom 10 defenses for rebounds allowed. That's what this is showing. So bottom 10 defenses for rebounds allowed. He has an 83% hit rate, averaging 27.2. Not a huge buffer there if he's averaging 27.2 and we're getting at 24.5. But I like this matchup against Charlotte. I think you should kind of be able to eat here. Overall, as a team, 15th in points allowed, 22nd in rebounds allowed, 15th in assists allowed. If we pop over to the small forward position, it's even softer. 17th in points allowed, 29th in rebounds allowed, 24th in assists allowed. So feeling solid. Let's take a look at the 2024 season, and let's look at the games without Jalen Brunson. 100% hit rate. 7 of 7 games. So he and OG Anunoby have both stepped up quite a bit. OG has been a little bit volatile, but we also know that he was dealing with what was like a thumb injury or something. So that can affect your game a little bit. But yeah, 100% hit rate without Brunson. So I like this line at 24.5. Let's take a look at Daily Grind, see what they're thinking. They like his points rebounds quite a bit at 19.5, 52.53% odds to hit the over -129. They like his points over 16.5. I like that too, 50.93% odds to hit the over -122. They're just barely favoring the 24.5 to go under, 50.88% odds to hit the under -121. Everybody has this at 24.5. And some are heavily favoring it under, some are middle of the road, and some are favoring the over. So yeah, go with your gut. I wonder if they're concerned about a blowout, because there is the potential there, even without Brunson. So 222 is the over-under, and then the Knicks are favored by 7.5. As far as Coby White goes, we got a 234 over-under, and the Kings are favored by 7, playing on the road in Sacramento. Like I said, 234 over under. This is going to be a game of a lot of possessions, a lot of shots being taken, a lot of rebounds to be had. And I think that he's going to be able to dish it out on the assist side, just like he did in his last 2 head-to-heads. And then we got Brook Lopez, 227 over under in this game. Bucks favored by 3, so they're expecting it to be a decently high scoring game, nothing too crazy, but almost there at the 230 mark. And then close spread here. They're expecting it to be a tight game, so we don't have to worry about any minutes being restricted from any blowouts. So if you guys want to check out the DFS optimizer, this thing is awesome. If you're getting into EV betting, this is really the cream of the crop, but you don't have to just do EV betting to utilize this tool. It just puts stuff on your radar. And it also, one of my favorite things about the DFS optimizer is it helps you make sure you're taking the right prop for the player that you're excited about. Oftentimes I will, say I want, like a PRA line, and I'll go in here and like, wait a minute, the points rebounds are a much better value. And that stuff matters when you're getting into, a full point difference, or they're penalized. I've seen plays where by taking the PRA, you're actually paying 1.5 or a 2-point bump instead of taking the soft spot. And points alone, from the research I've done, points alone actually hit more than any other prop as far as overs go. So when you're adding rebounds and assists, you're thinking like, I'm giving myself a little bit more variety here. But statistically, the points alone hit more than anything. At least that was from the 2024 season, or like last season. So yeah. Anyways, this optimizer will help you cash more often for sure, help you make a more informed decision. Use my code JRUSSO, and they're going to give you 25% off for as long as you want, all the way up to a year. And you can utilize this for just about any sport you can think of and any platform you can think of. There's so many different ways to take advantage of this and help you cash more often. And if you guys want to try out Outlier, you can try this one for free. You just sign up through the link below. Don't need to put a code in. They're going to give you a week just to check it out. And I really encourage you to get to know what all of these buttons do. It's I don't know if it comes across as intimidating, but if you just spend a little bit of time with this, you will be happy that you understand how to use all this stuff. It's pretty easy to understand. I love this minutes dial. Oftentimes I'll just like take a look and see what guys are doing when they're getting like 25 minutes. And if I'm seeing like, oh, he's been getting like 30 minutes regularly in these games where he didn't hit, he was getting 15. I love going to the 2024 season, stretch that minutes dial up to what you're projecting him to get. If he's been getting over the last 10 games, like, 28 to 30 minutes, you can go on the low side of that and just crank it up to 28 and say, okay, so if he gets the low side of his average, how's his 2024 season look? I love stuff like that the outlier gives you. And then obviously taking players in and out of the equation, we can go to the 2024 season, see that Mikal Bridges has never not hit this without Jalen Brunson, and has a soft matchup. So they give you matchups, injury reports, insights. It's awesome. Try it out for free. Let me know what you think. That's going to cover everything. If you guys do want to, if you guys want me to, I started to make a college basketball video today. Sorry, I'm kind of like slowing down here. I need some more coffee, but I started to make a college basketball slip, and I realized 2 of my plays are for tomorrow. So I have 2 plays for today, 2 plays for tomorrow. So instead of putting out a video for multiple days, I'm probably just going to post that to the community section. So if you guys are interested in seeing the college plays I have locked in, I'll post that to the community section. And if you want those kind of updates, just make sure you're subscribed. You have your notifications on. It should let you know whenever I post plays that aren't a full video over there. And I'm probably going to start a new Underdog streak today. So yeah, enjoy this 5-game slate, guys. Appreciate you so much. I'm really happy to be back. It was only 1 day, but it felt like a long time. If you guys don't mind, do me a favor, like the video, drop me a comment. It helps me out so much with the algorithm. I appreciate you guys helping me grow the channel. It really means a lot. So have a good day, guys. I'll catch you in the next one.